I'm back again. Can you believe it? So pretty much I wanted to share something else in regards to, you know what? I'm just now realizing it looks like I'm just going to be focusing a lot on, and I'm not going to say that's the only thing this channel will be about, but primarily I am really, really, really passionate about the health of the mind. The mind truly is the beginning of health. Once you have freedom in your mind, I believe that that is the optimum place for you to experience wellness throughout your entire life. Because if your mind is right, your spiritual life will be right. If your mind is right, your body, your physical will be right. And my body ain't where I want it to be right now, but I'm finna love it just the way that it is in my mind. Because then from there, everything that it needs will come to fruition. So as we're living in this world, because y'all know I'm always talking about how this world is imperfect, and that is truth. We need to recognize that though this place is imperfect and though we live in a decaying world, we can still experience joy, and we can still experience peace and all the good little feelings, all the good emotions, we can still have them. But the way that we experience those emotions, the ones that you want to feel good in, I want to say it's important for us to have an outlet. That's the title of this video. Do you have an outlet? And I'll go even deeper to say, is your outlet safe to handle every single part of you? I've been very intentional about being honest about my feelings. I've always been this way since I was a child. If I'm sad, if I'm angry, if I'm feeling an emotion, I will express it. Whether people like it or not, I'm sorry, but this is how I feel. The thing that I had to get to, though, which is why I needed therapy, is how do I be in charge of these emotions without me throwing them out all in an inappropriate times, you know? So that's the thing that's important. So the outlet that we need helps us to become strong. The outlet that we have helps us to be self-aware. The outlet that we have sometimes when we're speaking, so therapy, we'll talk about that first. It's a great start for an outlet. When you're talking to a therapist can help, even as you're speaking, the answers to your problems, the answer to solutions, the blockages that you've had, the things that are in the way, the lies that have been oppressing you, they come out just by you talking. You talking to somebody who's not going to judge you, somebody who's safe, somebody who's understanding, somebody who is experienced enough to help you get to the positive side, to get to the finish line for that day, for that moment. When you have a safe outlet, you're able to talk and let the negativity out. The bad thing about our bodies is that whatever we're thinking, if we don't let the negative stuff out, you can keep all the good stuff in. But if you're thinking negative stuff, or if someone said something negative to you and you don't let it out to a safe outlet, you're going to internalize it and live that for the rest of your life. And that's what we don't want to do. So the second option, you can have a therapist, you can have a family member or friend that you trust, but not just trust. The key word is safe. Is that person going to radically and unconditionally love you? For me, that person is my husband. I can talk to him about absolutely any and everything. And he understands me, and he's going to critique and give me counsel and give me a non-biased answer. Majority of the time that we have conversations, I'm able to even get the solution to my problem just by talking. I know a lot of women, when we get married and we're in a relationship or a marriage, Sometimes you feel like I just want to be heard. I just want somebody to listen to me. And I don't need you to solve my issue. So that's an example of how an outlet, a place where you can talk, it helps you. It's a sounding board where you can brainstorm, where you can get the answer that you need, because majority of the time, all of the answers to what we're looking for are right here. Our motives, our heart posture will tell us what we need to do in a moment. So if you're able to talk to somebody, you're able to get the answer that you're looking for. You don't necessarily need to go through all these hoops to get what you need sometimes. And then the final thing is, which I should have said first, the first outlet, and if you are open to this or not, if you're not a Christian and you're not open to hearing about Jesus, then you might want to click off from here. But the most important outlet that you want to embody in your life, and I'm going to say he's the best one out there. When they say Jesus in therapy is amazing, it's real. That's why they got t-shirts about it. When you have a relationship with Christ, he is the ultimate friend. He is the ultimate person. He's the only one that's not going to judge you to the point where, well, he's going to tell you when you're wrong, but he's not going to talk to you in a way where he's demeaning you, or he's always going to understand why your behavior. How do I say this? Our behavior comes from a thought. My therapist taught me this. I love my therapist, man. I gotta tell you, she said to me, thoughts evoke emotions, emotions evoke behaviors. So whatever you think, you feel some way about it. When you feel some way about it, you act based off of whatever it is that you've been feeling. So if you feel depressed, you do nothing. If you feel tired, you do nothing. If you feel angry, you're yelling at somebody. So those are examples. So when you bring your thoughts, your emotions to Jesus, he gives you the proper behavior. And that's what I found has been so integral in my life, is when I can vent to Christ. Because sometimes you can't always talk to your therapist. Your therapist ain't available 24/7. Sometimes you can't talk to your husband or your best friend or your spouse or your teacher or guidance or mentor. You don't always have people readily available in those dark, maybe midnight hours. You can't talk to them all the time, but you have Christ. So what I found is very beneficial to me is that I can talk to Christ anytime, any place, right in here. My eyes don't need to be closed. I don't need to have my hands like this. Those are nice, reverent, they're reverent behaviors. That's great. But God doesn't need you to do all that. He can talk. You can talk to him in the bathroom. You can talk to him in the shower. You can talk to him while you brush your teeth. You can talk to him while you laying in bed. You can talk to him while you mowing the lawn. You can talk to him while you're vacuuming. You can talk to him anytime, any place, while you're washing dishes, whatever it is, whatever you're doing, you're in school, you're taking a test, you can talk to Christ. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're experiencing, whatever you're thinking, you can bring these back to God. And the most important thing that I've realized in these past few weeks of my life is all I gotta do is bring stuff to God and say, is this true? Once he tells me it's true or not, I can behave properly. So if somebody comes and tries to bash my name or tries to bash my reputation, whatever they want to say about me, I can say, God, is this true? And sometimes if I've been in a relationship with him long enough, I already know this isn't true, because this isn't how God talks to me. This isn't how he speaks to me. He's given me a reputable transaction for me to know that that's not how he talks. I can look back and see that that's not how he communicates with me. And so the question for us every single day is to ask ourselves, if I'm going to try to stop a behavior, I need to make sure I have proper lines of communication in place. You can have all three of those things and you will thrive. But everybody isn't as fortunate to have a friend or somebody to talk to, or even a therapist, because therapists are expensive. Therapy is not cheap. So I gotta tell you, if you could just start with Jesus, who's free, by the way. He don't cost a thing. It's free. You talk to him. You vent to him. He won't judge you. He won't even say, he's not even going to cast you away. There's nothing that you can do to make him leave. So the moment you feel something and it feels dirty, it feels filthy, it don't feel right. And I'm talking about these feelings, emotions. And then if you want to even start from the root, which is the thought, if you thought it before you start feeling it, tell him. Tell him. When you tell Jesus, he will give you an answer. I kid you not. Immediately you will get an answer. And if you don't get it immediately, you need to look out for it, because it's coming. You'll hear it in a song. You'll hear it in how somebody talks to you. You'll hear it down the street. You'll hear it. You'll just get the answer. So I'm trying to tell you, if you want to be empowered and you realize you don't have a friend, you don't have somebody to talk to, I just gave you one. I didn't give you me, because I'm a mess. Remember, I said I'm imperfect. So you don't want to always talk to imperfect beings. Why not talk to somebody that can handle it? Bring it to Jesus. I kid you not. He will make things better. He will show you how to make things better. He'll make things lighter. My favorite verse, and I think I've shared this on this channel before. Come to me, all who are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, for my burden is light. Like, he's basically saying, bring it to me and I'll make this feasible for you. Matter of fact, just give it to me. Let it go. Let it go. And I'm going to come on here another time and share with you the process of letting go and what that looks like, and how it can become easier for you time and time again, and what you need to say and how you need to do it. We can talk about that in a few. But this is all I wanted to share with you today. I hope that I'm praying that you find a safe outlet. Granted, there's nobody safe on this planet, right? But at least someone temporarily safe enough that can handle what's going on in your life. But if you can't find a therapist and you can't find a friend, talk to Jesus. I'm telling you, he's worth it. He'll listen to you.